Hi guys, it's Katie here again from Creativa, and I've been making these little notebooks, and I thought I would share them with you. I think they're super quick to make. I think they're really cute. They've got some pockets and things in them. They use just one page of scrapbook paper and some whatever paper you want to put inside, so I've just used copy paper. And I think they'd be great little stocking fillers or gifts for, you know, just little gifts for friends, co-workers, maybe teacher gifts, something like that. Something kind of cute. It's not too big, it will fit in your purse or handbag pretty easily, and there's actually a lot of writing space in there. So I've been making these, and I made an SVG. Of course, I don't do anything really without making an SVG. It's a one-page SVG, so all the pieces fit on one 12 by 12 mat, no problem. So I thought I would make one with you today, and then if you want to grab this file, you can. I'm going to make it a free file available in my Facebook group. So my Facebook group is called Creativa Divas. And I'll put a link in the description box below. So you just go and join the group, and once you've joined the group, there will be a pinned announcement, and it'll be this video and a link to this file that you can download. So let me start by telling you what you need. You need one sheet of scrapbook paper. So I'm using this scrapbook paper here. I get these little packs from Cricut, and they're 12 sheets in a pack, and so once you've used a few sheets, you don't have enough to make a whole mini album or something like that, so I think this is a really great way to use up just one piece of scrapbook paper. And I recently just made my December daily, and it was a really big project, and after a really big project I only ever want to do little quick things for a little while, so this is just my little quick things. So I'm using some paper from this one. It's actually double-sided, but it doesn't need to be double-sided. Then I'm going to use this file. So this file has got some score lines in it. So you'll need to know how to change those lines to score lines and attach them to the piece. And I've got lots of videos in my YouTube channel on how to do that if you're not sure. But basically any lines that are on the inside need to be changed from basic cut lines to score lines and then attached to that piece. And there's this piece here needs these lines attached, this one here needs the lines attached, and this tiny little guy over here needs them attached. So once you've attached all of the lines to that piece, then what I tend to do is select the whole file, so everything in the file, and attach them together just as they are, like that, and then it fits perfectly on a piece of 12 by 12 paper. Let me grab my mat so you might be able to, oh no, I've pulled it off. I wanted to show you. You just have that tiny little strip around it once it's all been cut out, and then just this little section here. So that whole thing will fit on one sheet, okay? So you need to grab this. You need to cut one of each of, well, you just cut what's on there. So just cut one of everything. So one mat, one sheet, one cut, you're done. So then when you've cut it out, you end up with all of these bits and pieces here. So I've got these two pieces. So if we look at them like they're on the mat, they look like exactly like this. So this is this piece here on top. It's just got the one little slip pocket in it. That's this one here. That's our cover. This piece here with the 3 slits in it, that's this one here. That's the inside. And then we have these little guys over here. So these 4 little bits here are the bits that go around our pockets, just to reinforce our pockets. So there's 4 of those. Then I've got this funny little guy here, which is this one here. It's got those little score lines there. That's going to hold our closure on here. So that little bit on the back. I haven't even showed you what's in here. I'll show you in a second. And then I've cut the two tags, which, you know, they're optional. If you don't use them in this project, maybe you will use them in another. So there's those 2 tags, and then there's just a couple of little postage stamps because there's hardly any room left for anything else, and you might find some use for those. So that's those there. So that's everything cut out of 1 sheet of 12 by 12 paper, and that's it. The only other things you need for this project are some sheets of copy paper. So I'm using A4 copy paper. I've got 10 sheets. That's what's in these. So it's pretty chunky. You don't need to put in 10 sheets, but that's what I've got. And for this one, I've got some coffee stain paper, some cream coloured copy paper, and some pink coloured copy paper, just for something different. So I'd mix it up. And then I have, this is a piece of sari ribbon. It's just frayed cream coloured sari ribbon. That's going to be my tie closure. And then I also have some embroidery thread that I've already threaded onto my needle, and that's to sew in the signatures if that's what you want to do. So that's all I need for this project. Now, let me just quickly show you what's inside here. So this is what you make. It's got the little little guy here that just holds that closure in place, so you don't, you know, once you untie it, it doesn't disappear, it's still attached to there. On the back is a pocket, and inside this pocket I've got this one here. It'll come out, there we go. It's still a bit tight, so there's a pocket across the back there, so you can easily slide something in there if you need to. Well, when I say easily, this one's not particularly easy. This is quite a big thing I'm trying to slide in there. I'll do it later. Okay, and then it's got the ribbon closure, which you can open up. That's a bit of sari again. For this one, I've just attached my little tag on the front here, and I haven't really done much in the way of anything. I was thinking about doing embossed gold stamping down here or something, but I get a little nervy about stamping because it never comes out the way that I want it to. Anyway, and then I've just put a little eyelet in here and used a bulb pin to hold that on. And I've done it here on this one. On this one I've done it on the corner of the flap, and I've just put a little, I feel like I could just go to town on this if I wanted to. And this one I haven't put it on there. Maybe it's on the inside. Okay, so then when you open it up, it's got 3 pockets in here, and these pockets are the perfect size to fit a normal size business card. So a normal size business card is, okay, in centimetres, it's 9 centimetres across and 5.5 centimetres down. I don't know what that is in inches. So I can fit 3 little business cards in there, which I think makes it pretty useful if you're popping it in your handbag or your purse, because if you pick up a business card, or if you have a card, you know, maybe a coffee card or whatever, then they can go in there. And then I've got all my little pages that I can write on here, and as you can see, this is 10 sheets of A4 paper, so that is a lot of writing space just squished in there. I put my little stamp down here just as a little tuck in that one, and then I've just tucked a few things in. And then nothing on the back, I've just left it plain, but of course I've just slipped this little guy in here. And that is it, but I think it's would be a really cute little stocking stuffer or something like that. So that's this one. I don't think the other ones are much different. This was another pack of scrapbook paper that I was trying to use up. You know, like I'd used most of them for a project, and then I just have a few left over. So that's this one, it's the same thing. They're all the same, they've all got the 3 little pockets. Again, I've used that one as a little corner tuck, pop some things in there. It's got a little booklet in there, so I can write something important in there. And then again, I've got all those sheets of paper, lots of writing space. And it's just this cute little package here. And again, it's got that little pocket on the back. And the same with this one. This one's tied up with a bit of chiffon. And in here, so I've put the tag on this big tag in here. And I've got three little business cards in there as well. And again, all of that writing space. So let's make one. Right, so I'll just pop those to the side. So I've cut all my bits out and it's really easy. It's an easy project. You can bang out a few of these in an afternoon, no problems. So this is my inside piece, and my inside piece has got the 3 holes in it, or slits, and my outside piece has just got the 1 across the top. So what I do is I take these little guys here. I've got 4 of those, 1 for each of these little slits because they're going to be our pockets. And I'm just going to stick them on here. Now I've got double-sided paper. It doesn't, so what I could do when I cut it out is, if I was using double-sided paper and I liked the other side of the paper, I could glue this in this way around and it would be different on the inside to the outside. But you can easily make this project with one-sided paper. That was what I had in mind, because sometimes one-sided paper is quite hard to use. Anyway, so for each of these little slits here, I'm going to glue one of these on. Now, because it's double-sided, I'm just going to flip it over and put the print that's on the opposite side down so that it sort of stands out a little bit. Or you could just cut a bunch of these out of something completely different if you wanted to. You could, so I'll just go ahead and start gluing. The other thing you could do is, if you didn't want to use one sheet of paper, if you wanted to mix it up a bit, you could cut the inside, you know, on one sheet of scrapbook paper you could cut 2 covers, and on another side you could cut 2 of the inside pieces, and then you'd have something completely different, and you'd have 2 of the books, 2 of the little notebooks. So I'm just gluing this on here like so, doing my best to line it up, but nothing's ever perfect. And then, of course, being me, I've got glue everywhere. And I'm just going to do that for all of these. Yeah, so I did my December daily project, and it was a really long-winded project in the end, because I designed it and then I made it and recorded all the videos for it. By the end of that project I was just exhausted, and I just didn't really feel like tackling any other really big projects, and so that's when I tried and find something to do that's just quite quick and easy. You know, you can make something in an afternoon. You could make a few maybe in an afternoon, and they're useful little things. I like useful little things. And of course, if you were giving it to someone in particular, you could really personalise this, which would be nice. You know, you could put their name on it and cut out their name, or use the, so on my Cricut I could use my pen tool and write their name on it or something like that. So I've done those 3, and then on this one I'm going to do this little guy here. So I'm just going to run around here. So I've only recently started using this art glitter glue. I have to buy it online and wait for it to ship, and you know, there's disadvantages to being living in the most remote city in the world. Apparently that's what we are here in Perth, and that's that shipping times are too long for impatient people like me. Okay, so now I've just got, that's just going to reinforce my little pocket, and it's just a sort of a little pocket decoration. So then this is my cover. So what it's going to, I've folded it already on all of those score lines. Sorry, it's been a minute since I've done an interview, and look, I can't even talk. It's been a minute since I've done a video, and I can't remember what I've said and what I haven't. So I've cut them out, and I've already folded it on my score lines. So this is my cover. It's going to look like that. This is the little flap that comes over the front. So then when I open it up on the inside, I'm going to glue this piece here onto the inside. So then I have these pockets here, and it'll all fold up together like so. Of course, we'll glue it together so it won't be all funny like that. So how I like to glue it together. I like to start with this side here. This is just, I've made a few, so this is how I found it works easiest for me. So I put a little glue on along here. And it's good to put quite a bit of glue on that little spine there, on each side of it, just to make sure that it sticks pretty well, because that's where there's going to be a lot of folding. Okay, so then I'm going to attach this to this, and I just find it easier just to pick them both up and slide them together like so. And you know, if it's not perfect, don't stress, because we can just trim off the bits that are poking out. Have a look at it from this way. Pretty happy with that. I'll give it a press. So yeah, so that's that one there. I want to press it really hard, and I know glue is going to come piling out. So then I'm going to pull this open back to here, and I'm just going to make that fold a little bit more. And then this is the back of our book, our little notebook. This is the little pocket here, so we need to glue around the edges. So I'm going to put glue around the edges here, because if I just glued it shut, it wouldn't be pocket, would it? Right, so I glue down here, bit of glue along here, glue up the side here, across the top, and then I'm also going to go all the way across the top of here, because that way if we put anything in the pocket, it won't get accidentally stuck up inside between the two pieces. So then I'm just going to make sure I'm happy with that. I might put a little bit more glue down here, and then I'm going to fold this back over and line it up and give it a press like so. Make sure I'm happy with that. Now I'm probably going to give it a really good burnish. Make sure that it's stuck along here, down the edges, down the bottom. Get rid of that bit of glue that's sticking out. Okay, and then we'll just have this last bit here. So I'm going to put plenty of glue along this little spine here, and then across the top, around the edges, down that side there. Like so. Okay, so now this is where it's optional, it's up to you. If you want this pocket here to be a really long pocket, then you close it up like that. If you want to put little business cards in here and you don't want them to fall all the way down, then you need to put a line of glue along this section here, because this is going to be the bottom of this pocket, so it's going to stop anything from falling down. The same with this one here. This is going to be the bottom of this pocket and stop anything falling down. And then we're going to put some glue across here, and this is the top section, and we don't need to, you know, leave that open, so I'm going to put glue along there. I'm going to make sure I've got glue down the side here as well. It's just glue everywhere. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Then when that's done, I can just fold that one over and slide that into place like so. Make sure it's pretty well lined up. Gee, I've actually done a really good job of lining that up, first time ever. Okay, so I've got glue all the way across here, so I'm going to make sure that that's attached. I've got glue along there, I've got glue along here, and glue along the bottom. Oh, there's a bit of glue. And then I've got glue all through this section here. See, oozing out. Wipe that up. And down this side bit here. Okay, then, so that's it. I don't want to fold it yet. I want to give that glue a little chance to set up and make sure that it's all well sealed across here. It's pretty well, I've used a lot of glue because it's it's got a warp, but that's okay. We can fix that later. Okay, so then I'm going to fold this, just flip this over to the back, and I don't know if you can see that score line from there and that score line there for that back section. I'm going to find the center of that back section. Where's my ruler gone? Ruler. Here it is. Right here beside me. So from that score line there, so there's one score line here and then there's another one from there and to the first score line here. I'm just going to find the halfway point with my ruler. This is just because I don't like it looking wonky. And then I'm going to come down this way and I'm going to find the halfway point here. Oh my gosh, I got the halfway point first time. Oh. Okay, and then I'm going to grab this little guy here. So this is the little section that we're going to put on here, and it's going to hold our closure, our ribbon closure in place. I'm just going to put a little bit of distress ink around there. Maybe a little bit on that little, I'm not worrying too much about it, but okay, so that's that one. So then I'm going to put some glue on this little tab here and this little tab here, and then I'm going to line up basically the center of this one with my center point. I mean, you know, this isn't accurate obviously, but it's better than it being over here somewhere, so I think that's about right there. I'm just going to glue that into place, and I'm just leaving a tiny little gap under there, so it's not flat, just so we can get our ribbon in underneath there, like so. And then if I'm going to ink around it, I might just do a little bit of inking now. I'm just waiting for that glue to dry a little bit. I don't want to fold my fold lines until it's a little bit dry. Fold on my score lines, I think is what I mean. So might do the same just around the edges, a little tiny bit on the inside. I mean, it's hardly anything. It's really, I just want to get rid of that super white edge along there. Is really all I want to do. And you don't even have to do that, obviously. Okay, so then I might just give that a minute or two to dry. While that's drying, let's have a look at our little tags. So I like to glue these two little guys together, and generally they go, I've been putting them on my front cover. So this was one single-sided paper, so I didn't have any choice about which sides to glue together because it was just white on the other side. But this one, I've got this pink on this side, so I'm actually thinking that I'll glue these two pattern sides together, because then it'll be a little bit different than what I've already got on my front cover. So I'm just going to put some glue on here and some glue on here, and fold them, glue them together, and just give that a press. Same on that side, and then I might give that a little bit of an ink around there too. So you don't have to use this tag. I just wanted to use up all of the space on that single sheet of scrapbook paper, so I thought, you know, if you didn't use it and you just cut it out, you could at least put it in your stash for another project. But you can put it inside, you can put it on the cover, whatever you want. Okay, that's that one there. So now I'm giving this a little bit of time. I'm just going to really delicately just fold along those folds, fold along those score lines. I don't want to get too pedantic about it because I don't want my scrapbook paper to crack. I'm going to do the same along here. Just going, just folding back on those score lines again. And the same with this one. Okay, so that's that. There it is, there, cute, hey? So then we just put some things in there and sew in a signature or whatever. So with these ones, I just left them plain. I didn't do anything to the covers. You could definitely decorate it if you wanted to. But then I had this other idea of, what about if you laminated it? So I've done that. I gave it a whirl. So this is optional. This is a cover that I've laminated. So it's actually exactly the same, as you can see. So I've laminated it on the front and back. What do you think? I think it would make it quite nice and sturdy. So I thought I'll show you how I did that, if that's what you want to do. So right now from this point you could sew in a signature, or you could put some elastic in there and just use it as like a traveler's notebook and just slip something in there. But let me just show you how I laminated it too, in case you're interested. So I've just been putting these on here. I've just been sort of training it into shape. Okay, like so. Alright, so what I did was I grabbed my laminated sheet like this, and this is it. Okay, and then I just took my little book, my little notebook, and I just popped it in my little laminated sheet like this, closed her up, and left it at that. So the other thing is, I thought I might stick my little tag in here as well. So then my tag is laminated as well. Obviously you don't have to, and this is before you laminated it. If you wanted to write anything on there or stamp anything on there, you'd want to do it now. But for this purpose, for the sake of this video, I will just stick this in here like this. And then I'm just going to run that through my laminator. It'd be good if I had some other things to laminate all down here, but never mind. So I'll be back in a second. I'll just turn my laminator on and we'll laminate that. Okay, I'm back, and I have run this through my laminator. I did it a couple of times, so now I'm just going to trim around the edges with my scissors. And you just want to make sure that you don't trim it so closely that you open up the little pocket that's sort of contained in. I'm really struggling with my words today. So I'm going to leave it a little bit wider. I would be really tempted to run this through my laminator again, just to see if it seals up those edges a little bit more once I've trimmed this off. But I won't do that right now because I've just turned my laminator off. Okay, and then I'm just going to, maybe I can use my corner rounder on these corners. Not that one, maybe this one. No, I didn't do a fabulous job. Let's try again. Maybe if I do it this way now. It's not bad. It's not bad. Oops, now it's stuck. That's not the plan at all. Hang on, I'm just going to fix this up and then I'll be right back. Ah, there we go. It's okay. relief. I think we'll just go with scissors. Okay, scissors it is. And around here. And as I say, I might even run it through my laminator again. Anyway, so then I just have my little tag, so I'll just bring that little guy out as well. You do need to leave a fairly big sort of margin around it. There we go. Okay, into the bin for you. What a shame. Oh well. Okay, and then now we've sealed it up our pockets, so we need to slip them back open again. So I just grab my ruler and a craft knife, and I just line up along here. I might actually use a clear ruler. There we go. I just line my ruler up in the center of the little pocket there, and then starting right over here, I'm going to run it all the way down here, really lightly. So you can, if you put your little craft knife there and just press down, you can feel the laminate sort of pop. So then you just run your craft knife along here to the end. I might do it one more time. Okay, and then if I grab my little awl, I can get my little awl under there into that little gap and then just split it open like that, and so then I've got a pocket. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that for all of the pockets. So again, I'm just going to line it up, and I'm going to press really lightly until I can sort of feel it give way, and then just run along there. And I am pressing super light because I don't want to cut through the cardstock. It's not cardstock, Katie, it's scrapbook paper. You know what I mean, right? So I can just feel it sort of give way when I put my craft knife down on there. And then on the back I've got this one here, so I'm going to do the same with that one. Line that up along there. There we go. I can feel it sort of break the seal, as it were. Okay, and then I need to do the same with this little guy here. Now, I don't know if you can see, but there is a little area there where there's an air pocket. So I'm going to line my ruler up here, and from this score line to this score line, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to just press it in there really gently and just run it along. Now this one's a little bit trickier because there's only a couple of layers. So hopefully we've got that. And then I'm going to do the same here. I'm just lining that up, and I'm going to press down and then run along here. Hopefully it's going to work. And then if I just give it a little crack, and then see if I can get my awl under there. There we go. I'm just going to wiggle my little awl through there. I'm going to try. I don't know if you can hear the squealing in the background. I promise no one's dying in the making of this video. The kids next door are in the pool. And there's a dog barking too, so the dog's probably chasing them around the edge of the pool, barking at them. Why aren't you going? There we go. Just needs a little bit of... That's not even my dog, which makes a change. Okay, so then I can get something right through there like that, and I'll just wiggle it around a bit, and then I'll just make sure that these guys are open. that one, and this one has to go this way. I'm just looking where I can get the awl in, and then it kind of just opens up. And the same with this one, like that. So now my little pockets are open. This one, did I do that one? There we go. Just along like so. Right, 3 pockets. Okay, now I'm going to do some folding. So I'm trying to find again where my little crease lines were in the beginning. They sort of have disappeared because of my laminating, but I sort of, if I had distress inked them, they would have been easier to find. And then this side. It's in here somewhere. There it is. What I can't see is this end. Like that. And I'm not trying to pull it all the way over. I just want to sort of give it a little helping hand, like so. There we go. And there we go. We have our laminated cover. So now let's sew some paper in. I tell you what, I'm going to stick this in here now. So I'm just using sari ribbon, but you could use anything that you wanted to. So I just need to poke it in there, under here. Poke, poke, poke. And then pull it out the other side. Perfect, look at that. So that will keep that closed like that. And it probably just needs a little bit of training. That's why I've with this one I've just been holding it closed. Okay, so now we can sew our signature in. So let me pop that onto the side and I'll show you what I put for my signature. So I've got 10 sheets of paper. I'm using A4 paper and I'm going to start by cutting it in half lengthways. So A4 paper is 29.7 centimetres long. Why it couldn't just be 30, I don't know. Who knows? So I'm just going to take a few sheets and I'm going to trim it in half roughly. So roughly it's 15 centimetres. You could use letter size paper for this as well, no problem. And I need to put a new little doobie in my paper trimmer. And then I've got these ones. So I'm just going to, so one's going to be slightly bigger, but it's alright because I'm going to trim it all down again anyway. And then I've got some coffee stain paper. I've only got 3 sheets here. I'm just going to line that up at 15 centimetres. Alright, so that's my 10 sheets of paper. Don't need this anymore. Then I'm going to fold them up so you can see some are a little bit longer because they are actually 15 centimetres. So I'm just going to fold those in half. And so for each one I'm going to have a slightly shorter one and a slightly longer one. So I'm doing these ones first because I'm thinking I should put the larger pages on the outside, because you know when you fold up a signature and the pages on the outside have got to sort of go further. I don't know, that's my theory anyway. I don't think it matters because I'm going to trim it all down anyway. Right. Okay. So then I'm going to put them in some sort of order so that I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I think we'll go, I'll tell you what, it doesn't even matter. I think we'll go coffee stain, pink, cream. Oh, here's these ones. Cream, coffee stain, cream, pink. Don't have as much coffee stain, so you might run out faster. Coffee stained, pink, 2 creams, coffee stained. Oh, you can obviously put these in any order you want. Okay, so that's my stack of papers. It's going to be my little signature. So you can see I've got the small ones on the inside, but that's my little stash of papers. So then I'm going to bring my cover over and I'm just going to line up my pages in my cover like so. And on my non-laminated ones, I wanted to run it along the edge here, so I can't, but on my laminated ones, my edge is way out over here, and I don't want that, so I'm just going to push it up a little bit, and sort of, I'm going to mark it that needs to come across there like that, press it down at the bottom, and not all the way down, just down to there. And then I'm going to mark it along there like that. So it probably would have been easier if I'd marked it before I laminated it. But what I could do, no, I don't have a cover. So I kind of was thinking I wanted to line it up with this cover, but I can't because I've already sewn the signature in. So anyway, that didn't really work the way I had planned, but never mind. So I'm going to trim it across the top and down the side, and I like all my pages to be the same length, so that's why I'm going ahead with this. So I'm just going to quickly trim this off a little bit. I'm thinking I might trim it lined up like that. I'm going to trim it along this line here. It's probably a little shorter than I normally would, but that'll be fine. So I'm just going to use this craft knife, and I'm just going to trim that edge off. And what I've done is I've trimmed off the top section where I'd measured it. So that was clever. Okay, and then I need to trim down the side here as well to make sure that they're all lined up along the bottom. And one thing I do know is that my length, whoops, from here to here in centimetres is 14.5 centimetres. So I could measure this and see that I need to trim that much off there and off here, and draw a line. Okay, and then I'll just line that up and go. Okay, so there's my little signature. I'm just going to throw that little pile of scraps in the bin, but I'm feeling good because from 20 sheets of paper, that's the only scraps and they're not useful. And from my scrapbook paper, I've used the whole sheet. So I'm not making more waste with this project, which is also one of the awesome things about it, I think, because I usually end up creating more scraps than I need. Okay, if you're going around the edges, you might want to do that now. I will not waste your time, but I'm going to now put some holes in the center of here to sew my signature in. So you don't have to sew your signature in, you could do anything you wanted to, but I'm going to sew mine in today. So I'm just going to find my halfway point in here, and then I'm going to go 2 centimeters up from each edge like that. And then the tricky bit is trying to get my all through 20 sheets of paper. This one. And this one. Okay, and then I'm going to bring my little book in. I'm going to line this up on here. So just along that spine. And then I would normally mark it with my pencil, but I can't do that. So I might just pierce a little hole, just a tiny one. I'm just lining it up with my marks, my holes that I just made in my paper, basically in the middle of that little bitsy spine, like so. And then I'm just going to make them a bit larger. I'll probably do it on the other side as well. Like so, and like so. Okay, and then I'm just going to sew my signature in. So I've already threaded up a bit of embroidery thread. So now I just need to, I'm just doing a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and I'm going to start from the middle, right the way through. And then I'm going to go up to the top hole. I'll put that through there. Whoops. I'm going to go up to the top hole. I never make this look easy. I just want to point that out. I always have to sort of work my needle through all my pages, because even though I put a hole in it, now I can't find them. Okay, after an extraordinarily long time, I've got them all through. I'm going to come through there and then all the way down to the bottom and go through that excruciation again. Or I was just a bit more forceful then and it worked out better. Come through the bottom hole and then back through the middle hole. Hopefully back through the middle hole. Might take this off now. Just sent it sailing across the room. I'm trying not to get the rest of the thread, but I don't know that I've done a very good job. You know, when you sort of pierce it through. Where are we up to? I'm getting lost somewhere. There we go. We're through. Pull it through. Oh, it's stiff. There we go. All right. And then I'm just going to make sure that it's tight, which it obviously is not. And there's, oh, that must be a bit of a sari ribbon. Oh, here's the problem. Got my sari stuck in there. Okay. So I have put the needle through this, so I just need to pull that through. There we go. Pull it tight. Make sure it's tight on the outside. Make sure it's tight on along there and along there. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this through to one side. Pull it tight. Is this excruciating to watch? I can imagine it is. Just a couple of little knots on there. And then I'm going to trim that off. And that's it. So now I have a little notebook, little laminated notebook. So it will train itself into shape, but we've got these 3 pockets in the sides. So for my 3 pockets, I just went ahead just so you could see what I've done. And I haven't put anything on them yet, but I've made 3 little business card size. So they will slide in here, one in here. And then let's go with a different one here, one in here. So I just cut this out of another page of scrapbook paper, and I will decorate them later, but I just wanted to show you, like so. Then I might put my little postage stamp on there, like I did with the other ones, and then I can put a tag in here. I might have to trim it down a bit, it's a bit long. That's okay, I can do that. And then with my other tag, with this one here, I might pop that one in the back like so, and I probably need to trim that one down as well, but that'll slide in like so. Yeah, so it's a bit long. I need to trim it down a little bit, and I'll put a little bit of decoration on it. And then in the front here, I just made this little pocket here, and just put a few of the little cutouts from the scrapbook paper in there. And I might put that on the front, slip that in under here. I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe something else. I'll have a look. I got, with this little pack, I got a sheet of stickers. Oh, I got this sheet of stickers. So, I don't know, maybe I could use something off there. I don't know. See, that's massive. It goes all the way across there. So it would have been better if there was a few little flowers. I don't know. Anyway, I might use that to do some decorating, or see what I've got in my scraps. And then, so that's all going to go inside my little guy here. And then the only thing is, what do I want to do with my little tag? So I quite liked it with the little eyelet in the top there, so I might put an eyelet in the top of that, and then just dangle this little guy off there, just for a bit of fun, maybe with a little charm or something. So anyway, that is the little one-page wonder, and I messed about and showed you how I sewed the signature in and everything as well. So so this video is probably a little bit long, but I think it's a really cute little project. I mean, you could put a bit of Velcro on there. Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea to hold that down if you wanted to. But I think they, yeah, would make cute little Christmas stocking fillers or something like that. Anyway, as I say, it's a freebie, so you can pick the SVG file up for electronic coding machines. You can pick up this file in the Facebook group, and I hope that maybe you make some little gifts for people for Christmas, or just one for yourself to put in your purse or handbag, and or at least just have fun making some and using up some single sheets of 12 by 12 paper and a little bit of copy paper. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you stumbled through this video okay, because it feels really rough. Anyway, I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Bye.